Hi everyone, Trish here from Dish Kitty Studio, and it's time for my next Bob Ross project. This was the card for this week. It says, "Whatever makes you happy, you put it in your world," which is a wonderful quote, very Bob Ross. And to be honest, I thought about this card a lot. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do this week. I had some ideas that weren't very good. To be honest, I had kind of a crappy week, and trying to put happy things in my world felt like kind of a stretch, to be frank. But what I was thinking is, I've had this book, right? It's an amazing book. It's actually a binder. I bought it at a thrift store several months ago, and it's just kind of been sitting here. I know there's a lot of glare because these are kind of shiny pages. It's got all these tabs. It's got a lot of really gross looking recipes for microwave cooking. But I bought it because I thought, oh, this might be fun to turn into a journal. I could certainly use the binder. I could certainly use these tabbed pages. These are, the tabbed pages are quite a bit heavier than the rest of the pages. And I thought, I've been kind of itching to do something with it and use it for something. And I thought, you know what? I had a crappy week, and I thought, what about turning this into kind of like a happy thoughts journal? So I think what I'm going to do is use this because, like, let's be honest, I really need another project, right? But I thought I could use it to sort of write and journal about things that make me happy, and happy memories and things that I want to remember, but that don't necessarily make it into my daily journal. So I have some things I already am thinking about adding. This is going to be an ongoing project, by the way. This is not something that I'm going to finish in this video and be done with for this week. It's something I'm going to get started on this week because the prompt is, whatever makes you happy, you put it in your world. So I'm going to put this Happy Thoughts journal into my world this week. Even though it's unfinished, it'll be started. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to get all these pages. I'm going to probably do this off camera just because it's boring. I'm going to take all these pages out of here. I've got a pack of baby wipes. I'm just going to sort of wipe down the cover, clean up some of this hardware because it's kind of dusty and it's just a little bit shabby. And then I think I'll come back and I'm going to get started on using this tabbed page as sort of like an introduction page to what this journal is going to be all about. So I'm going to take these pages out, I'm going to clean it up, and then I'll be back to actually work on the first page. So I'll be back. Okay, so I took all the pages out and I kind of cleaned everything up. The first thing I noticed is that, I don't know if you can see there, but there's a little bit of damage here to this binder. The spine is starting to break. So I think the very first thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of journal surgery here. I've got this really pretty rose print duct tape, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to reinforce it with some tape, which is going to be a little tough, but I'm going to try to manage. Alright, so I think that seems a lot better, and it's much more stable. I feel more comfortable that it's not going to continue to break, at least in the short term. So as far as the cover, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. typically when I do journals like this, I wait on the cover because I feel like the cover comes later once I have a better sense of what goes inside, if that makes any sense whatsoever. If you're not a journaler, it might not. But I think, I don't know, I've got a few ideas. I was kind of thinking I could cover the entire thing with different duct tapes. I was thinking I could do a fabric cover. That might be really cool. I was thinking I might knit or crochet some kind of cover for it, you know, like a slip cover. I'm really not quite sure what I want to do, and I think that that's going to be something that comes later. That might be later in a video, it might not be, I don't know, it just depends. I mean, if you want to see it, let me know. I'd be happy to record it. But I think for the moment, I do have these two pieces too that I took out, and I did wipe these off with baby wipes as well. I think for right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this. Which is the first tab. Now, if you're curious, probably what I would do is I'll save one of these heavier cardstock pages, or even just make a new one and kind of get like a template of what the page size looks like, and then I can punch these holes so that I'll know what size my pages need to be down the road. But I'm not going to do that with this one. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try covering this with gesso. Not even quite sure that this is going to work. I don't think it's going to be as opaque as I want, because I want to cover up these grody looking onions and whatever this potato stuff on top is. And I'm not quite sure. I don't think gesso is going to do it, but we're going to try. Okay, so I put 2 coats of gesso, and then I just put some hot pink acrylic paint here. I am not getting the coverage that I want. You can still clearly see that picture. What I'm going to do is I am going to look through my stash of papers and things like that, and I am going to look for something to sort of cover this, you know, cover this whole area up so that I can just have a kind of a fresh page to work with. So I'm going to look around for some paper that I want to use, and I'll be back. Okay, I came up with these, they're like origami paper, so they're quite thin. I thought maybe I would kind of rip these up. And I don't think I'm going to, not necessarily trying to cover the entire thing, I just want to cover up most of what's here that's really visible. So, I thought I had some glue right around here. I think what I'm going to do first is just kind of glue stick these into place, kind of where I want them to be. And then I will go over it with some, you know, liquid glue. But this will at least help me kind of get them into place where I want them to be. Okay, so I glued those papers down. I did put a little bit of gesso over the top just to kind of put those back into the background. I'm sure you saw me stick down this little label sticker. It's like a little rainbow tabby label sticker thing. What I want to do next is I am going to go over this with some of this bright colored paint again. I've got some these neon colors. I'm going to do a little bit of hot pink and lime green just to sort of give this a little bit of color. And then I will start to actually create this page. Okay, so I've got this hello, my name is sticker, and I think I'm actually just going to pop this down and write my name on it, because this is the first page in my book, so it's sort of an introduction, right? So I think I'm just going to pop this down right here, and I have a hot pink marker, and I'm just going to write my name. Bam! That was easy. All right, I think I am going to, just to kind of highlight this a little bit, I'm going to go around it here. This is a, it's not a Stabilo, it's like an off-brand General Scriball. It's an all-surface pencil, and it is water soluble. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of scribble around this, and then I am going to take a small paintbrush and just kind of make this look a little dingy, and it'll help to sort of bring it into the page instead of just being such a stark. There we go. Okay, now I have one other thing I definitely want to put on this page. Maybe two things that definitely want to go on this page. The first is I made these quite a long time ago. I had some little label stickers, and I just cut them up, and I drew a little self-portrait, and it has my name on it. And at the time I thought, oh, it's so cute, I don't want to stick it anywhere because I like it and I don't want to ruin it. You know, like, oh, what if I put it there and I don't like it anymore, and I want to put it somewhere else because I only have one. Well, today's the day. I'm going to stick this right here. Oh, it's so cute. All right, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of scribble around this with my water-soluble pencil here in black. And then give it a little bit of a wash of water. All right, there we go. So, I also want to include on this first page, I just want to like kind of denote when I started this book. So I've just got this little label sticker. It's got a few lines. I'm going to stick it down here in the bottom corner. I think maybe here. And I'm just going to write with a pen that I started this book in February of 2019. And then I'll leave space here so I can also include when I finished the book. So one other thing I want to put on this page, I have these really cute, they're like puffy stickers with sparkles in them. My husband bought these for me a long time ago when he was out shopping. He saw them and he thought I'd love them. This one here says just be magical, and it's got these little silver sparkles. I think I'm going to stick this baby right on this page. This is another thing that I've had laying around forever, but I thought it was like too nice for me to just use anywhere. You know what I mean? So I think since I like it so much, and since this is my Happy Thoughts journal, I want to put things in here that make me happy. So this sticker I was really happy with. I love this. I love this. So far this is coming together nicely. So I don't think I'm going to add anything else here right now. I'm going to put since this is a tab that will stick out, I think I'm just going to write hello. And that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do for this cover page at the moment. I have some stuff I already have in mind that I want to include in the book, so I am going to work on another page for the book. All right, it's another day, and I just wanted to quickly come back. I did do a little bit more work on this page. I added the word delight here. It's just like a die cut that I glued down. And then also I used my little donut, you know, reinforcement stickers here for the holes because I like donuts, and this is all about things that make me happy. I did just slap some paint on the back side of this, although I didn't do anything else. And I did go ahead and create a page. So what I've got here is, this is a photo of my grandmother and her sister. It's one of my favorite photos of her that I have. I've had it for a long time, and it's been sitting, it's just been on my